In case you've been living under a rock lately, episode 18 of Dragon Ball Daima saw the return of Super Saiyan 4. Just like Broly and Gogeta in Dragon Ball Super, this is Akira Toriyama taking a fan favorite concept or idea from outside of the main continuity of Dragon Ball and putting his own little spin on it and including it in the story. The Dragon Ball Daima anime was made to celebrate the special 30th anniversary of the Dragon Ball franchise, but unfortunately Toriyama sensei would not live to see it as he sadly passed away. However, he left fans with an amazing gift by bringing back a super beloved transformation in Super Saiyan 4. We do not know if this version is going to be called Super Saiyan 4 or not, but for now, let's just call it what we know it as. Honestly, it feels like a dream. It doesn't feel real at all. Like, I remember in 2018 how it felt when they brought Broly into Dragon Ball Super. It was so surreal because Broly was an extremely popular character from the Dragon Ball Z movies, but those movies existed outside of the main continuity of Dragon Ball, so only any hopes of seeing him being brought into the main continuity were very slim. But then it happened and it sent everyone into a frenzy. Same thing happened here. Although Dragon Ball GT is a direct continuation of the Dragon Ball Z anime, it isn't looked at as part of the main continuity. Many people dismiss the Z movies and GT because of this, but if you ask me, I don't really care what's considered canon and what's not. At the end of the day, it's all Dragon Ball. It has different universes and timelines anyway, so it's not out of the realms of possibility for these to all coexist together and for it to make sense. But as for today's topic, I'm gonna go over what does Super Saiyan 4 in Dragon Ball Daima mean for the games. What does SSJ4 in Daima mean for the future of Dragon Ball games? And I'll give you the short answer and the long answer. The short answer though is
Here comes the money, money, money. Dollar, dollar.
but the more detailed answer, the long answer, is also
Here comes the money, money, money.
but in all seriousness, yes, it does mean money. Lots and lots of money. They are going to make a ton of merchandise and toys for this especially. Modern Dragon Ball is just a juggernaut when it comes to this, and it's how they make so much bank nowadays. When they release a new form of a character, that means it's gonna drive sales very much, very significant sales. If you look at the mobile games like Legends and Dokkan for example, Daima is a goldmine for them because these are games that can release multiple versions of characters, and this new Super Saiyan 4 is gonna be one of the most wanted units in both games. Legends and Dokkan alone pull in millions and millions and millions every month because of their RNG nature and the summoning mechanics. These are very addictive and it causes people to spend, lots of money and extreme amounts of time on the game. So the mobile games alone are gonna make a ton of cash, and they can release multiple different versions of the same character as different rarities and with different animations. So they are gonna get a lot of mileage out of this, and this isn't even counting the other new forms and characters that we get in Daima as well. I'm just talking about Super Saiyan 4 here. So just imagine how much they're gonna make when they put everything from Daima in eventually. And then when it comes to the console games, let's start with Xenoverse 2. The never-ending Dragon Ball game is 100% gonna get this as DLC, and people are gonna jump at the chance to play as it. And they'll probably even add customizable stuff to include on your created character also. Xenoverse hasn't gotten that much Daima related stuff yet, but you can expect them to go hammers with it in the coming months. They will give you stuff like story missions, parallel quests, new characters and forms, customizables and props, among various other different things. So there's gonna be a lot of content coming to Xenoverse. And then there's Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. This is a game that we know is getting a Daima DLC pack. It was confirmed and we got a little mini trailer, teasing the Daima DLC. And this is the one that I'm excited for the most actually, because I think exploring the demon realm in an open world format is going to be very thrilling and amazing. So we are gonna get a whole new map to explore and get to play through the full story of Dragon Ball Daima, hopefully, with a lot of different side quests, what ifs and stuff like that. And then we're gonna get a lot of, different characters and forms included in that game as well. This is the most exciting one for me. I like the RPG elements of Kakarot and I'm looking forward to traveling the demon realm. Then of course we have Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. This is the newest console game as of now. It's the very popular Budokai Tenkaichi series, so to get something like this included is basically easy money. They recently dropped the DBS Superhero DLC with Beast Gohan and other characters, and we know we are getting a Daima DLC as well. This was confirmed and showed and teased. Hopefully this can help breathe new life into Sparking Zero, as it hasn't had the best track record as of late when it comes to positive fanfare and a present player base, a consistent player base. I do hope that they add some story missions and some offline stuff as well to give players more stuff and content to do. Dragon Ball Daima's Super Saiyan 4 is gonna help all these games tremendously. Love it or hate it, Super Saiyan 4 is extremely popular, and Toriyama sensei was such a fan that he included this and several other GT elements in Dragon Ball Daima. And if you know me, you know that I'm a huge fan of Dragon Ball GT and Super Saiyan 4, so this makes me all really happy. This all makes me really happy. It also gets me excited to, play the games when this stuff is eventually included. If you haven't watched Daima yet, or if you are thinking of watching it, give it a chance. I really like Daima. Once again, rest in power Akira Toriyama. Thank you. If you wanna watch, check out a video I did talking about Toriyama and, Dragon Ball, you can click the video on the left. Or if you wanna see how Super Saiyan 4 was included in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, how that came to be, you can click one of the ones on the right.